Hey everyone. As I said, I only come on when I'm asked to or when someone wishes to participate. And it doesn't happen all the time. So it happened today. So I'm going to bring forth a message from Lord Yeshua, or Jesus for that matter. As I've said in the past, I am a conduit, which means that I can connect to any of the masters' higher selves. I'm sure if I wanted to connect to the Galactic Federation, but they've already got their own vehicles here, I seem to be more so towards the avatars, the angels, and Yeshua, Mary, etc. So Yeshua wishes to speak forth today, which is such a delight. I love being in Jesus's clutches because it is such a warm and inviting energy. And at the same time, oh my gosh, you just feel so cool. He's just so cool. I don't know what else to say. Like I don't know. Like he reminds me, like, oh, please don't get mad, Jesus. He reminds me of there was that movie where like Zac Efron was like the head of the fraternity, but he was also like the cool guy, the nice guy. Everybody loved him. He didn't need to be super popular, and at the same time, he was super popular. Like it was something like that. Like that's the best way I could describe his energy because it's like he just exudes like coolness, acceptance, and love, and like who doesn't want to be around that? You know what I mean? So, I'm gonna get this started. All right.
Now is the time. That seems very complicated. And it is. If I were to say it was made this way, that would be truth. There isn't an easy way to describe what is taking place. The only way to describe it would be to say that shakeups are sometimes the only thing that works. It's not understandable as the one who's suffering through it. I am your friend. I am your father's son. I am your mother's son. And I've been where you are right now. Not exactly, but I have. I'm always right beside you guys. Really and truly. Always holding your hands, helping you cross those puddles in your life. I'm all over the place and nowhere at the same time. It is my essence and my soul that allows me to be this way. I've always wondered how and what it would be like to step forward in this time with you guys. You ultimately need to know that you're bringing heaven to earth right now. Heaven isn't a place. It's not a different place. It's something that's inside of all of you that you bring forth, you make happen. Sure, you die, you go to the other side, and there is the absolute essence of wonder and splendor and love. And by all explanations, is that place of heaven that you guys talk about. But really, when I was here, I tried to keep telling you guys that heaven is within you. The kingdom's in you. All of you that hold me in your hearts are so close to that reality. It's all in you. You don't have to wait for me. I'm with you. You don't have to look over there. I'm with you. Yonder is with you. It's something that can't be taught or learned in any other circumstance or way. Everything I've ever tried to express is that it's here in you. The second coming that you guys are all waiting for, it's already happening. I'm within most of your hearts already. And the manifestation of my existence, my consciousness, is at your fingertips at all times. I'm there when you're watching television. I'm there when you're kneeling and praying. I'm there always. The only difference is when do you realize it? That's when it all changes. is when you realize that there was never a disconnection, when it was only me and you and me, God, all the other brothers and sisters, everything that the universe has to hold is all one, right? There's no difference, right? I know a lot of you are expecting me to speak in that old English version of self, but that's not who I am. I can be like that, but that's not what we need right now. We need real. We need decisive. We need omnipresent. And the message I want you guys to know is that you should stop waiting for me. It, in some ways, I don't take offense to anything, but the reality is that I never left. And if I was someone who took offense, I'd be a little offended, right? That you guys don't realize that I've been here all along. And when the rest of the world and most of the world realize that and are on board with that, that's when things can really change. I came to teach you all. Follow what I say, act as I did, and the kingdom is yours. The manifestation will come to pass simply because of your faith and belief in me. If you believe that the kingdom is yours, if you believe that the kingdom is here within you, then it will be. Most of you are starting to see that now, and you're trying to convince your other brothers and sisters of such. And it is trying, trust me, I know. I did many things and still face the same trials. And I know that in a day and age where everything can be mimicked and changed and expanded on, and let's just say in my time I didn't have to contend with holograms, or all we had was things like magic. So that was what I used to have a hard time with, was that a lot of persons would accuse me of being a magician or accuse me of creating illusions. But really and truly, it was the same that you're facing right now, right? You look to your brothers and sisters and you try to show them something awesome, and you try to show them that I'm here already, and you try to show them that they have the power, and they call you foolish, and they call you crazy, and they call you juvenile, and they call you every other name in my Father's book. So the reality becomes, when does it all fall away? When do you guys take the reins and say to yourselves, hey, he's here already. We're here already. And this place was made by our mother, father, and this is our place to design as we see fit. The only people or things that stood in any of our way all along in history and for all time here was us. Every time you bend the knee, every time you allow some Sadducee to come into your homestead and trick your mind into believing that they and the state and or the capital in your circumstance, or your government, or some corporation in your circumstance has the power, you lose sight of me. You lose sight of what can be and the kingdom inside. Because you've now said out loud, and you've said to yourself, here is my kingdom. Have it. If that callback were to be true, if that callback was really what was made for you, as you know, individually, you all have a piece, a spark, a soul that has tremendous power, that has tremendous gifts to share. And for a moment in time, you do realize that all in all, that you were endowed all these things so that you could rebuild and build that life here. All the maps, all the tools, all the skills lay within inside of each of you. Each one of you is a person to conduct the kingdom here. If that is the one message I could impart for this time, is that you need to stand up for what is truly yours. Obviously, God could come and change this all in any blink of an eye. But that's not the point. It wasn't the point of my life. It wasn't the point of other ascended masters' lives. All we've ever tried to teach was that you too have the ability to ascend. You too have the ability to be your own master. I do not wish to be just a shepherd of sheep. I truly was a shepherd who tried to instill this mastery in all of my disciples so that they too could be the shepherds. It wasn't so that I would be the only lonely shepherd. It was so that all of you would equally be shepherds with me. And that is truly what is taking place right now. As this life unfolds and as more starts to fall away, and as more minds and souls are turned on, you'll start to see that the actual kingdom starts to blossom in front of your eyes. And I'm not going to say that this happens today or tomorrow. It could be a very lengthy process, but the point is that the seed is blossoming, the onion is struck, the lotus is growing. There is nothing that can stop it. Once one commands another, and so forth and so forth. This wave of existence is only to be had. So I'll leave you with this. As this lovely messenger chooses to stay with me as long as she can, even though her little one is constantly causing ruckus, she still sits here silently and still holds my weight and my energy as long as she can contain it. But what I will let you guys know is that there's no other person, there's no other deliverance that you're waiting for other than yourself to deliver your message or to deliver your worth or your capabilities onto the next one, and therefore being the shepherd of the other shepherds. I'm with you always. Never forget that. If you are a true follower of my teaching, then you know that is true. And if you know that is true, then you must walk among my flock. And if you walk among my flock, then you know that the kingdom lays inside of oneself. And if you know that the kingdom lays inside of oneself, then you know that there is no exterior force that is going to bring it to you other than yourself. So be the power you need to see. Stop all the forces that need to be stopped, and all will be revealed as you see fit. I love you guys all. I've always loved you guys. I will continue to love you guys eternally, because that's what I do. You can call me Lord Yeshua. You can call me Jesus. There's so many names that I have walked under. But either way, I just want you to know that I am your brother in arms, and I am here for you always. Amen. I will leave you now. Goodbye. I never like leaving you. You know that. Thank you. Well, I know that was wickedly awesome. Oh man, he's awesome. You know, when I connect with the other dimensions, the other masters, it's really hard to come back to this presence. And I was well aware. That's another thing I'll say about when I channel Jesus, is that I feel like I've got a front row seat to the channeling, because there's something about his essence that like we all carry in us. I know it's gonna sound weird, but it's like when he steps into my stream, it's like as if like his harmonization is in all of us. Like let's say, for example, if our harmonization is like he's one of those chords of that hymn, you know, so it's like he fits right in like a glove. And it's like as if like I get to kind of view the session a little better than I do with some of the others. I'm sorry, channeling makes me so tired. No, he actually comes in like easier, or maybe it's just myself. I don't know about other channelers, but I find like I get to inspect. So I do apologize. My son was running around, but I didn't want to lose touch with the message, so I'll try to edit that as best as I can. But so powerful. I know it's like he gives me hope in ways that other, you know, I don't know. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That's all I care about. I hope the message reached you. I'm going to have to watch it again so that I know exactly what took place, but freaking awesome. Have a good day, guys. I love you lots, and peace be with you guys.